Hello, Minh.
Hello, teacher.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Can you please tell me about yourself?
Hello, teacher. My name is Minh. I'm 12 years old and I'm from class Discover for H. My favorite color is green, and at home I enjoy to playing video games, and I really like to read comic books.
Nice. So when you say video games, what kind of video games do you like to play?
Just like some of uh, a makeup for the princess.
Okay. Is that like a girl's game?
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Okay, go here in the picture. What do you see?
I see the virus.
Indeed. And what do you know about viruses?
In my opinion, viruses are very tiny, very tiny creatures, and it can cause many pandemics and illness for people. And to see this, we need to use the electron microscope, and this is very useful things to see this.
Cool. And here we can see a virus. Do all viruses look like this? Do they look the same?
They're in different. There are many types of virus, and each of them have different shapes, colors, and they can and each of them cause many diseases.
Cool. Down here is a type of virus, the influenza virus. What do you know about it?
We usually call it the flu, and the flu are not very dangerous, but it can make us have a fever, make us feel dizzy, can cause some like symptoms such as cough, sneeze, and we often feel tired with this type of virus.
Cool. And how does the flu virus typically get into your body?
Like by our nose, mouth, and it can cause by another people if they have cough when they have the flu. If they don't cover their mouth with the tissue, we usually can we usually can have this flu by another people too.
Yeah, you're right. If they cough or sneeze and they don't cover it, the virus goes into the air.
Yeah.
And then you breathe in the air. Yes. And also, strangely, it can get in through your skin. Do you know how?
By the scrape or by the cut.
Yeah. So if you do get a scrape or a cut, what should you do?
We need to wash it by the the things that used to clean our
like antibacterial stuff like iodine, and then you should
cover it.
Yes, so that's one way you can stop yourself from getting the flu. What are some other ways you can stop yourself from getting the flu?
By doing healthy habits, and by doing healthy habits, doing exercise, cover our mouth, nose with the tissue. When we go out, we should use the mask. Avoid from the bad virus.
And what should you and shouldn't you do directly with your hands?
We should wash our hands
with
soap,
right,
at least 30 seconds.
Sure. And what shouldn't you do with your hands?
We shouldn't we should if we shouldn't
touch
our mouth, nose, and eyes.
So down with you. So this is what you can do to protect yourself. What does your body do for you to stop you from getting viruses?
In our body, we have the system called immune system. Some of the main parts of immune systems, such as our skin, our nose, maybe our white blood cells.
Sure. So let's go to the skin. How does your skin protect you?
Like in our skin, there are cells called dead cells. It will help us to avoid from the virus, because the virus cannot live in the dead cells.
Correct. And then you mentioned your nose. What's in your nose?
In our nose, there are hairs and mucus, and the mucus are very like the sticky
and slimy. Yeah.
A liquid, and it will help us to avoid from the virus. And in our body, there a system have a cells called white blood cells. If the viruses can get into our body, the white blood cells will help us to kill them.
Sure. And you mentioned the mucus in your nose, which is exactly right. But the mucus can't kill a virus directly. The mucus needs to go somewhere. Into your stomach. And inside your stomach there is
acid.
Correct, which can kill it. Indeed. All right, down we go. Amazing. Okay, this is your respiratory system. Firstly, what does your respiratory system allow you to do?
It allows us to breathe.
Indeed. And do you know any of the parts of this system?
Nose, our nose, trachea, lungs, lungs.
And this muscle down here is your
diaphragm.
Diaphragm, yes. And this one here is your circulatory system. What is the job of the system?
It helps us to pump blood around our body.
Yeah, so it pumps blood along with oxygen and nutrients.
Yeah.
And then it also takes out waste products like carbon dioxide. Do you know the parts of the system?
We have the capillaries. Yeah, the capillaries, arteries, veins, white blood cells, the heart, the most important part of the circulatory system.
Yeah, so obviously white blood cells are in your body, but more important for this job are not the white blood cells, it's just your, what's the liquid? The liquid's just blood. Blood, yeah, cool. So this one here, do you know how your respiratory and your circulatory system work together?
First, our diaphragm helps us to expand our lungs. Next, the air went to our diaphragm by our nose, and the lungs get our oxygen, get the air into our left side of our heart.
Yeah, so let's just go back a little bit. You're right. So your lungs are filled with air, and there's oxygen in the air.
Yeah.
How does the oxygen in your lungs go from your lungs into your heart?
By the capillaries.
Indeed, yeah. So now you have oxygenated blood on the left side of your heart. Yeah. What happens next?
The heart pumps all our blood around our body to all of the cells by our arteries.
Yes, and what do the cells do with the oxygen?
It provides the carbon dioxide.
So yeah, well, they use the oxygen to stay alive, and then they, as we said, create carbon dioxide. Is that something we need or don't need?
The carbon dioxide is a things that we don't need. So the veins let it back to the right side of our heart, and it uses the veins to get it back to our lungs, and the diaphragm get it out of our body.
The diaphragm squeezes the air out of your lungs, which then allows you to breathe
out.
Perfect. Cool. There we go. What are your opinions on sports and exercise?
Oh, in my opinion, according to myself, doing exercise is very important. Nowadays, most of the people are sticking to the sedentary lifestyle. So doing exercise are one way to keep fit, and it can make us to combat with the health problem.
Do you do any sport?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Sometimes I play basketball.
Cool. Do you think you do enough sports to stay healthy, or do you think you should do more?
I think I should do more, but now my health are a little bit too tired. So I feel more better, I will do more sport. I will playing sports more often than in the past.
Okay, cool. And the last thing here is, what can you or what can people do to live a healthy and a happy life?
We should do exercise. We should do exercise. We should follow the healthy habits. We should do something. We should eat, we should avoid us from the virus.
Okay, cool. And then maybe what kind of things shouldn't people eat?
They shouldn't eat junk food.
Okay.
They shouldn't use many electric
Devices. Yeah, correct. That's it. Cool. You're all finished. So far, thank you. You did well.